DFZRadio.com.
Welcome.
It is Monday here at DFZ Radio and the entire Western Hemisphere. Maybe not some parts of it. But we don't know that. And that's not what we discuss here on the show either. We discuss video games.
And funky intros.
And funky intros.
Yeah.
Dutch Master here, free sampler with me.
I'm repping my logo, too.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it out here. He's out here stunting.
Samples all day.
There it is. Online.
I
Online
try 'em
samplers.
for you.
Rocky, OG Death Dealer, is not here with us today, so we're going to have to make up for him in spirit, which I guess is not going to be super tough because he's usually looking at old Vine videos on his smartphone.
And
Anyways.
until further notice, I'm going to say it, he forfeits.
Yeah, he lost. He lost.
By not even having a deck.
He lost, and we're going to go ahead and denounce him as world's best right now, too, while he's not here to defend himself, to make things smooth. So,
All right, we're done.
that was done. We're just going to hop right into it, talk some video games. Sam, what you been gaming on?
3 things. Yu-Gi-Oh! They just had that mode come out. It's like a whole new set of characters.
New modes, Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's a synchro summons.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
gonna
even
have
want to
to
explain it.
Okay, can you give us
So you
a
have
little flavor?
tribute summons.
Okay.
This is you get what those
I think
are.
you're getting
you
more
gotta
dicey.
sacrifice.
Let's,
Okay, sorry.
Let's not
It's-
go
yeah,
into that.
like, I
Yeah.
don't even
Okay.
wanna-
Perfect.
It's
game
a
number
fun
2.
new thing. Let's leave it at that.
Sounds
new characters.
Sounds intense.
This game has like animations and shit, so it looks dope while you're playing it.
Okay.
And I didn't get into Hearthstone. This
Okay.
one I get into.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Hollow Knight.
Okay.
I'm getting further in that story, and we'll get into Destiny later.
Yeah, of course. That's on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
list too, but
What
I
about
got
you,
into
dude?
some Black Ops 4.
Oh yeah, that game is lit right now.
It is super lit. The Blackout is fucking really nice. It's awesome. And it's good. It's got a good challenge to it. Everybody's pretty, it seems like there's not a lot of people that you're just like running into that are like not doing anything, like this Fortnite type stuff where you like
Yeah.
find people that are just AFK and can like do whatever you want to them and like make videos about it. Like there's a whole trolling the noob, section in the
Yeah.
Fortnite category. So there's none of that really. The competition's there. It's just like if you were in a giant game of one life survival, of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So you can move throughout the maps, but the maps are made up of the levels.
Of the map, so everybody already knows it. It's just figuring out the
exactly
orientations and
figuring out
certain
the
other
orientation.
things.
So once you get in there, you'll be like, oh, this is kind of familiar from this. So the named areas are actually areas you're playing in the game.
That's cool how they
And
were able to
multiplayer.
seam them all together like that.
Yeah, they really. I think that's like the Call of Duty experience, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's
What do you start with?
The idea. You start with nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, you can punch.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, so you need to grab everything, and then once you do, the item or inventory screens that I thought were confusing at first when I
have to
played the
figure 'em
beta,
out.
but that was like right off the bat. But yeah, exactly. Once I've played so many games, it's actually really nice and pretty smooth. It's easy to navigate, so even with the controller. Like PC controls obviously make it more simpler to navigate in complex systems, but they actually brought it over to the console very nicely, and it works really well. So
You're playing it on PlayStation?
playing on PlayStation.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Sir. Yeah. So they got zombies too. They got a brand new zombies. Very, very, very intense. Very fun.
And you can design your game.
Yeah, it's the game. It's a whole new, experience with the zombies. They've really taken all of the experience that they've gotten from the feedback of players, like how zombies kind of should be with updated graphics. It has its old classic feel with some better movement, better gameplay, better gunplay.
Yeah.
Still just as interesting as any other zombies, if not more interesting. More new things to find out.
Do they mesh the play style with the blackout mode? Well,
No, not in the zombies, but in Blackout, there's zombies.
so zombies plays like a little more classic.
Yeah, it's totally
Okay.
it's untouched.
That's
Same
what
with
I was curious.
multiplayer.
That's
It's
good.
untouched by Blackout. They're 3 separate things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not brought like Blackout has zombies brought into it and multiplayer brought into it to make its own new thing, while those other 2 left alone are untouched
Okay.
by anything that Blackout has to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, really good what they did. They got rid of the campaign, but this Blackout offering is what you get, and you also still get the, it's like the special missions.
Mm-hmm.
You get that as well. So it's not a campaign based, but it's like a story, like
And you're developing it through
linear
missions as you
yeah,
go. I mean,
it's like a linear type deal, but it's not a campaign. It doesn't have the story filler.
Fortnite did like
So
a simple version of that, right? With the superheroes.
well, they've been doing it's the same
Yeah.
thing that Call of Duty's been doing
But-
the entire time.
It's the Call of Duty level.
Well, no, they've already been doing this. This is something they've had in all of their a lot of their Call of Duty games, where it's like the side missions where you can do with another person, and it's like a horde or levels,
Okay.
of people on a certain map,
Nice.
and it's basically laid out like a mission. It's not a campaign or anything like that, but it plays more like that. But there's no story or anything. It's like, here's your mission: kill all the enemies that show up, and the levels get harder as they come, and then you progress through the area.
Nice.
So it's pretty much Call of Duty intact with the newer graphics, everything, and then a super badass battle royale thrown on top of it. So
Yeah. I've
really
talked
sweet.
to a few people playing it, and that's what it sounds like. Is you can really develop in it. I like how you said competitive is all at the same pace right now. It's kind of everybody's figuring a new mechanic.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's
seems
just,
pretty quick to figure out how it lays out, which is good.
there's no building that you need to figure out or what controller layout you're comfortable to play
But
with
it
or
needs
anything
to be
like that.
quick enough to play live because you don't pause. You don't get
No.
you don't get that break.
There's actually more.
But you have to develop your character as you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, your character gets developed as you're playing. Exactly. Like, you can find the perks of everything you can get through, like, multiplayer in the field of Blackout, but you don't start with any of that. You got to find it.
Yeah.
So you might get lucky on some RNG drops where you find an area that got, a great loadout.
4 squads? Like
Yeah, there's
4-man
there's
usually?
quads, there's duos, and there's solo.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. You can do no fill on all those. So if you want to do solo squads, you could do that if you're, OG death dealer.
Nice.
So, but it's just I mean, there's nothing else to say. That's all the Call of Duty that you've ever wanted and loved. Take away all the jetpacks and all that other bullshit.
It's just back
Put in
to
the new
what
graphics
worked
with this,
and-
the great same weapons that they already had. Some of them are been reworked and perfected, and they play a little bit nicer with the newer consoles and the newer speeds that we can play at.
on top of this new genre that's just been
And then they
killing
throw
it.
the exactly. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's what you get. You're getting this instead of the. I mean, people say they love the stories. Don't get me wrong, they were good, but they were trailing off for for some years.
Yeah.
And this is a way that they filled that gap. But I think they put something that's endless.
Yeah.
Like a campaign is antiquated. It's
you
time.
drop the
It's,
story and you
know,
got a more developed other game mode.
Yeah.
That's it's a good way to go. And they
It's the way of
still
the
have
future.
the horde
Yeah.
and the zombies that's like
Yeah.
very traditional. It brings everyone
Right.
back.
Right. To
Yeah.
where you're still playing multiplayer, you're still split screen. They got split screen. It's still there. You can split screen it.
Look at that.
It's great. It is great.
I'm thinking about getting it.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna get this one.
Well, just for
I haven't
the
played Call of
outside-
Duty in years.
Squigs,
I'm probably
I mean,
gonna get back on this.
we got 4 people to play zombies with. You got people
Okay.
to play zombies with. No problem. So if you're just zombies right there as a package is great. I mean, yeah, it'd be expensive to justify the entire purchase, but I'm sure you'll find enough hours in it.
Yeah.
You can play the battle royale whenever you want to go get wild for
I've
it.
been very curious.
And if
it
you wanna
looks like
get
it's everything
sweaty,
they promised. You know.
If you want to get sweaty one afternoon, you can play the multiplayer. You know what I mean? You have that choice. So
Yeah.
it's gonna bring other people that don't play Call of Duty like the multiplayer, like they don't really appreciate the speed of it, but they like battle royale. They might be PUBG players.
See, I like Battle Royale. That's why I'd play it. I never got into their story much.
Yeah, so exactly.
Just
so it's perfect for.
Didn't catch me.
It's perfect for a gamer that has the same experience as you.
Yeah, I got some time coming up. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah. Let's hop into
free
some
samples coming to you.
Let's get on some news here. Even while we're talking about PS4, which I've been on, this message that's bricking consoles.
Oh yeah,
I guess it's causing. There's a message going through. It's funny. This article came out, and I received a message from like Girly Chick 594.
I get those all the time now. And
it
signed up.
That's just been forever. And it says, "Hi, I really like you." And then so
I was just
I don't
trolling on the internet on here, and I just sent you a message because you interest me.
Right, exactly. So I don't open the message because literally, like, I had seen this. Do. Yeah, but I go to their profile, and description or the about me is, hey, check out my nudes on my website. This or that. Snapchat code. This. You're just like, oh my god, like, what is this real? And then so I go delete it. Yeah. And I go delete it. And then I read the article about it, and it turns out it's like, it's not really that. It's just people being shitty and trolling people, and when they're playing them in a competitive game,
oh no,
they're sending that message. So it happened to a guy in the Rainbow Six Siege match.
So what I've been hearing is, pick it up on your phone.
Yeah,
delete it from your phone. Use the phone app. It's dope for messages, and you gotta need the keyboard.
If you if you like hate mail, okay, but you don't want to get your console bricked, use your phone. Yeah. If you
they say it's real easy to get it from the message.
Yeah. If you don't like hate mail, then just turn your messages to private, and then you just won't get messages. But if you enjoy hate mail occasionally, because it lets you know what you're doing is
it's the best compliment you can get on the internet.
What you're doing is on track.
It has always been.
If you need those like intermittent confirmations, like you are on the right track, what you're doing is good, and a pat on the back, then keep those mailboxes open. Just get the app. It's the best hate mail mitigator thing. You can just glance at it and be like, yes, it's hate mail, and you can save it. You can screenshot it, share it on Instagram. I know a guy that's been doing that. It's always funny. It's always funny because he has the gameplay clip of him doing what he's doing to these people,
and he just puts
and then they hit him up with the hate mail, and you're just like, yeah, that's perfect because you just watched his clip and it's legit. But obviously they don't feel the same, But when you're on the receiving end, you feel that way.
It's
you do.
People are passionate.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are. You got anything you want to add into here, Sam? I only got a couple more things before I want to get into.
Oh yeah, I got a couple things. What do you know, Nintendo shit too. But
of course, Nintendo.
If you're an Ash versus Evil Dead fan like we are,
yes.
I've seen a few articles over the past couple weeks. They've been coming up. There's a lot of information about a game possibly happening. Like the show is done. Bruce Campbell has said no to a show, but it seems like there's a good chance that there's going to be like a Ghost Beaters game, and that'd be dope.
Yeah.
So more
Hopefully
coming. More coming. I hope.
Always good.
We'll see.
It's always good. I mean, I remember watching those movies the first time. Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness,
and I saw Army of Darkness first.
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough
like
to know.
TV, have parents asleep.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to have. My older brother was keen to it, so we had some. God, I can't remember what it was. I think he even had an old DVD. It was a DVD. Mm-hmm. It was a DVD. It was like the Book of the Dead.
Yeah,
that's what the DVD came in. It was like a mock one. You could squish the eye and it would scream. And I watched it because it's not so scary. But if you know that, but if you go into it thinking what it's intentionally supposed to be a scary movie, you can be like, oh, okay, like this shit is kind of wild. But then you realize like it's kind of silly. It's really silly. And it wasn't intended to be that way. So like it's great. And then they develop into what Army of Darkness is, and then you're just like, yeah, man, like this is what it's supposed to be here because the first ones
definition
are
of
supposed to be
cult
scary.
classic, because
It's
that's
supposed
the
to be
only
scary.
way. It stayed alive
Yeah.
forever, and it's always
It's supposed
been great.
to be scary, got perceived as not so scary,
Yeah.
and then they kind of played on that.
Yeah.
And
The
it
second
worked.
one is basically a retelling
Yeah.
of the first
Yeah,
to some degree,
right.
and
it did, yeah.
and then it leads an Army of Darkness,
Right.
and it's like
perfect.
like you said, it's just they play on their own joke,
Yeah, it was
And
hard
it's
to make
wonderful.
cheap, scary movies, is what they found
and then they
out.
got 3 seasons of a TV show, bringing it back years later.
yeah, no, it was
I
great.
loved that show.
It was great. Yeah,
And
Army of Darkness is like,
so worth the ending.
if you haven't seen it, Evil Dead may be a hard watch for some people. I don't know what the
There's a remake that's
What-
like actually scary too.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
They remade it new like 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want a taste of what that we're talking about, Evil Dead, you watch Army of Darkness, because that will be more widely acceptable. I think
It's
for,
the
for
story.
Most people. Yeah, for most people.
Yeah, it's more of the story of the Necronomicon and where Ash Williams plays a role in.
And you get all of his ultimate one-liners.
Yeah, you get
that
all
are-
the classic.
that are yeah.
And man, if you like the movie, check out the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I've
Plus,
seen a couple episodes of the show.
The
I've seen a couple.
game would be a reflection of the show.
I played the game. There is a game for Xbox that came out.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, there is one.
I don't even know about this.
You do need to play it then.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know about this, then you need to play it.
I need to find
Yeah,
this.
it's on the 360 for sure.
It's on 360.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
probably backwards compatible.
You better
I
hope it is.
I hope.
Well, I would hope
Cool.
too.
They got a big library. All right, Nintendo. We got 4 new NES classic games.
Yep.
That is so. Like we talked about, hoping this grows. We're a month in. It's already growing. I'm pulling up what the other titles are, but we have Super Dodgeball. And then we have this like this new version of Zelda. It's the original Zelda,
Yeah.
like special edition though,
Right.
where you.
I think you were talking about this. Yeah, where you have like a little couple. You already have everything completed, and then you just are progressing and trying to like finding secrets and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then it's like if you beat it, you get an even harder challenge.
Nice.
I don't know what that is yet. I'm also saving my Hollow Knight game at the moment. I don't want to lose that. But
Don't lose those saves, brother.
yeah, you get it. You get it.
All right,
that doesn't
all right. It's gone on the field.
Oh man, it's coming. It's coming. I'm still waiting on that meme, by the way. We got NES Open, and we got Solomon's Key. So more classics coming to you. I'll make that quick. Before we go into that. Yeah.
So wait, what's this next core? There's next core Pokemon RPG.
What do you mean?
There's an RPG in the works of Pokemon.
Oh, they announced that a long time ago.
I know. But this is what's important.
Go.
You will be able to allow past generations and Let's Go transfers.
They've kind of always had that.
No,
You
but
can
not into
maintain
this
that.
RPGs.
Oh,
That
yeah.
means you're going to be able to bring your previously worked stuff into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
that's the point of like Pokemon. Like now they're making these things feel like it's actually yours and you can like transfer it through things.
Yeah,
and
you grow these things over
actively
time.
use
You
it.
have your favorites.
They're doing it, man.
You've been able to.
They're
for
making your
the past few
dream-
generations.
They're
so
making
people
your
have
dream a reality, but you're too fucking old to fucking live it.
Hey, I
You
got
know?
my Pokemon Y characters that I could just bring
Shit.
right to my Switch. Oh.
Shit. I
I'm
know,
excited
me too.
about that.
I know.
And
Me
you know
too.
what? Okay, so Pokemon Go, they announced a new Pokemon that never existed now for this game.
I know, but
Meltan,
it
yeah.
doesn't show up or something.
It shows up as Dittos that are disguised, are like masked as him. So we don't know
The masked
what Meltan.
Pokemon.
Like we haven't caught one yet in the wild. I don't know. Maybe they have. I don't really follow it that much anymore.
Damn.
But it's awesome. It's a great community and it's a great game, and all of that goes in even Let's Go Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu that's coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm interested in that for sure. I think I'm gonna be getting that.
I like that I'll be able to bring some of my Pokemon
Get
Go
my
characters
son
over.
into that too. It's gonna be the
And then you know
launching.
what? Getting over to PlayStation stuff. we got you're gonna be able to change your name soon. Finally, they had it's rolling out. I think in the near future. I think maybe in the spring. But we'll be able to change our usernames if you want, because I guess you've never been able to before.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's awesome. I think paying for changing your names is predatory and stupid because, they know human beings are going to make stupid fucking names and then regret them years later or some other shit or something and be like, I named it after my favorite brand when I was 11, and you're like, you're fucking 25 now.
Dog, my first username was Speedy13 for AOL.
Yeah,
if I had to have that forever, I mean, I guess that's not
mine
so
was
bad.
always super easy. I was always like D Bags or
always a pun on your own name.
No, that's my names mixed together.
But so always
I was once Douche Baggerly, but that was like a play on my name. But it was always simple, and then I like my middle name or what I go by, Dutch Master is what I go by, and that's like 1996 shit. So you know
there you
what I mean?
go, holding it forever.
I've been on that for a while.
I've had a lot of names, just like
but that's my point. That's my point.
Exactly.
That's the standard, and they're capitalizing on that. What, $10 a pop
for everything forever?
$10 a pop or whatever. What, PlayStation's probably going to do the same thing. They're like. Are we getting?
What's up with that bell?
Are we getting ding dong? Somebody's ding dong ditching the
Is that a
studio,
pizza?
bro.
Pizza coming.
There it is. Okay. Okay, and then
you get to change your name.
This bundle. Let's should we take a break and then get back into some Destiny? Or we got anything else coming up? Because the news I got from here on out is Destiny, Festival of the Lost, Destiny,
dude. All that
the
shit.
Raid, Destiny, Shattered Throne event, Destiny,
Edge Transits.
Yeah, Edge Transit, Destiny's Edge Transit of Edge Transit. That ultimately we will be talking about Edge Transit.
Press Edge Transit to Edge Transit.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a little Edge Transit once we Edge Transit. After I finish this, Edge Transit here on DFZRadio.com.
Edge Transit.
Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. If you send your bitch my direction, I bet I won't give her no attention, no affection. Same old questions, nigga. You thirsty? Your mind on the pussy, in my mind where a purse be busy. Boy, I make the shit look easy. She know I don't want her for that very fact she need me. I'm easy, but I grew up on the west. They hear me loud and clear, that's why this ear up on my chest. Honey gang running things, know that. That's why the bitch catch me where the dough at. And you can say that pussy girl, you know that shit throw back. And if it ain't, I still don't give a fuck. You can hold that. Beasy, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh
I ain't
yeah.
got no patience. I don't really like waiting. Nah, kinda wanna taste it. Oh girl, let me taste it. Oh, I don't like waiting. So girl, I ain't waiting at all. Make sure you take it. Make sure you take it. Oh, I work, I lay that pipe, you gon' get it. Bosco, 100 strokes to the bitches. I ain't with the bullshit, bitch, I'm with the business. Every time I fuck, make sure you put that ass in it.
She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, what she wants don't require a question. What she needs is some direction. So I told her to go ahead and take her clothes off. And with no question, she did it, cause I'm a real one. She said to me, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear. Yeah, the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you
a bigger hoe. Any money, mo, line wet. Damn, baby, give me more. Listen, man, I ain't even know. Then a nigga close like damn. Why you ain't cuffin'? A lot of niggas taking shots, but they ain't never land nothing. If we in the club, baby, better understand something. If I grab your hand, you don't get another chance, honey. Honey, never get another chance, baby. All the booty, you can put it in a rubber band, honey. Honey, fresher than any other man. Women, they do anything. Niggas never understand money. Money, or maybe I'm just really that nigga. I ain't wearing no kips or giving out a glass slipper. For the record, had a woman tell me she could do better. Couldn't tell her she was joking, but I couldn't lie. Fucking lie. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Hey, do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Hey, do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Hey, do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when.
Yeah, been there for ya. Uptown kicking while you ain't over here. Say hello now, naked when your mans ain't here. Say the water levies won't give a damn in here. We on wrist straight froze. You know what I want when I want what I get her. Going Patron and some more with the liquor. Keep going and going, her mouth is so tender. She cry wolf with her hair gone. She a wolf with her hair on. Yabba ding dong. Whoa, whoa, goddammit, I'm a bad bitch. Vanity got them all in the hammock. Put the paws on them, got them all in the panic. If we all go to Mars, that's a whole nother planet. Whole nother planet, whole nother planet. Goddamn.
Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Hey, do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Hey, do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Hey, do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when.
Fucking bad bitches, getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches live. Fucking bad bitches, put my face in the city like fucking bad bitches, getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches live. Fucking bad bitches, put my face in the city like.
Fuck going on, man? Nigga know I don't rock it, man. I'm talking about black carpet event type shit, man. G Bentley. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on Activist, big go to Sprite, nigga. And I'm blowing on Texaco, this shit came on a flight, nigga. And I'm so professional, tailor-made, precise, nigga. And I told my lad bitch that I love her, but I ain't gon' fight with you. Way too much money on my mind, these dead white people. Nigga, how to lay the blood, I'ma lead a height, nigga. Cushion authentic, that pathetic, but I ain't white, nigga. I run you like the credit, you ain't rockin' real right, nigga. No. But jumped out the chain game with a lot of pain. I just want a bad nigga for the fame. Yeah, that big baby, she for the game. Stack a star, gotta maintain. Play this smart nigga from the start, going hard like this is my leg game. Yeah, bitch, I am LeBron Wade. Chopper, give your ass a blunt fade. Ooh, for everything I do it for my family. It done before this summer till they take my breath away. And I'm posted on that corner till I see a better day. My young nigga pull on, they pull up and eat your face. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on.
All the dab on me, man. All the drip on me and G Bentley, man. Ain't know what the fuck going on, man. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. I got all the dab on me. All the drip on me. I got all the dab, all the dab. All the drip, all the drip. I got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip.
Other bitch, whole nother bean. Got a moon walking like she Billie Jean. She say she on 3, that's triple team. Say she on 3, that's triple team. And I'm fucking around and hit 3 niggas. Goddamn shawty, that's triple beam. 40 hanging out a nigga, then team. Photo hanging up, them jeans. And I'm kicking shit, no bully. Walked in the bed like screw me. But I pat down my foolie. I used to be bro, didn't know me. Swift with me, I ain't talking boom game. Me and everybody hit the motherfucking floor. Got a rollie on my wrist, couple hundreds on my feet. Shit, bitch, you already know. Late night in the church with the killer gorillas and thug niggas in the motherfucking creature. And I'ma throw the D real for a little nigga, and you know that your bitch the receiver. Nigga ain't gon' win on the beater. Make the whole stand still black beater. Bitch, you fly them motherfucking eagle. That bitch, you fly them motherfucking eagle. Yeah.
Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. I got all this dab on me. All this drip on me. I got all this dab, all this dab. All this drip, all this drip. I got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Bitch, I been there since sunshine. I run the south, I'm sun up the sundown. We can put them friends up, put them guns down. Or we can put them guns on the which way you want now. Kill with the bird, button down. Blue fade rollers and them diamonds on bust down. Had it bad, now you better hush now. Hey, bitch, I been dabbing, bitch, I been having. Rolling all gas, that's a mush now. I ran on the rad, that's a touchdown. I move, fool, cause this shit go. So the dick so long, she caught the hiccup. I want thank God for a new year. Hey, I pour that act in the motherfucking roof. This new year on the coupe. I look up and I ain't her roof. And I can't shit no fever. My pockets swell up like the measles. I pull up and pop at your people. Patrolling the spot with the heater. Don't say no name, I got amnesia. I lick it and leave on the teaser. No second, no, I can't repeat it. I told her Michael Jackson beat it. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. I got all this dab on me. All this drip on me. I got all this dab, all this dab. All this drip, all this drip. I got all this dab, all this dab. I got all this drip, all this drip.
DFCRadio.com.
Side diesel in my blood, couple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, couple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up.
We are back. We're back. We're back. Your headphones aren't even on.
No, man, you said something right before.
I know. I got you a little off there. A little off. Hey, you're talking about something else there.
We're back.
Listen up. Yeah, we're back, Sam.
My bad.
Mostly talking to you. But yeah, what are we
talking about again? Oh,
we're just gonna throw all the other shit that's written down on this piece of paper.
We're gonna get into what really matters.
Yeah, it matters as far as what we think is high quality video gaming and the hottest thing out right now, which is Destiny 2. Forsaken, and what is to come in this next week, because as we know, or if you don't know, Tuesday is the big day in the Destiny world.
That's tomorrow.
And that's the reset day.
14 hours.
Yeah, see, Sam has a countdown. You see how important that is? You see?
When your Tuesdays are your Saturdays in your work week,
works out for you.
Works out, Destiny.
Yeah, so the thing with that is the reset means it's the new time to get all your new gear, all your activities reset. Basically, it's a fresh chance to get new items, new gear at higher light levels, higher powerful gear to make you more powerful, and ultimately, become legend. That's what it's about in Destiny. You're trying to become legendary. And
you're making your own legend.
This week is super important because it starts an event called the Festival of the Lost. And this is the Halloween-based event, which Halloween happens to be a lot of gamers, most gamers I'd say, favorite holiday because the dress up, the cosplay
for the world.
Right.
It's the only day it's appropriate to.
I mean, in some places, yeah.
To some people.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what it comes down to. So this is huge. It's huge in the gaming world. Bungie's done this before with Destiny, and it was really successful. They brought in a lot of cool stuff. They made it really fun. And Destiny 2 seems like it's even more suited to facilitate an event like this to like really make something, special and worthy of the experience.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked about it.
Zavala's Mask.
Yeah, Zavala's Mask, Aldrin's Mask.
Okay, they're showing you the trailer came out today or yesterday. It just came out. And they're panning, like showing you all this cool stuff, and then it pans across, and you just get this blue face on like the character. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, so I mean, the mask one is one thing. We're getting
there's a whole bunch of masks,
emblems, new emblems. We're gonna get new emotes.
We're getting
which we'll get these new emotes,
Yeah.
this new emote package. I guess basically everybody's gonna get an emote package to celebrate this the Festival of Lost, but also that Forsaken's gonna be given away to people, or not Forsaken, but Warmind and Osiris is gonna be given away free when you purchase Forsaken. So everybody will get these other emotes the same day from Tess.
It might be
It's tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
tomorrow.
We're supposed to be getting
Yeah.
some cool emotes if you've played the game like we have.
Yeah, so you'll get some exotic
Emotes. There's a knife trick emote,
which is cool.
And there's what's the other one?
We can go over it here, but the bottom line is you're getting the free stuff, and that's just kind of to kick off the whole event, which is going to be filled with different ways to get rewards, like these emotes that we're talking about, these emblems that we're talking about, the mask that we're talking about. Yeah,
they
and
said,
it's double.
So every time you earn one, you get
steadfast.
one of each.
Double steadfast.
Is it not an event one and then a steadfast?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
All I saw was double.
They promised
Eververse.
2 engrams every time you get an engram.
And I think they're Eververse ones. Mm-hmm. So one of them,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, the bright engrams or whatever you get from Eververse. Yeah.
There's 2 of those. One's going to be for an event item, and then one will be for a standard test item, whichever's offered for the season.
We shall see.
So that's going to be super cool. There's going to be weapons.
There's a new exotic auto rifle.
Yeah.
I don't know if
so
it's exotic.
There's going to be weapons available.
There's going to be new weapons. But you're like
some gear, some fitted gear. Like it's not going to be new gear. Probably it's just probably going to be skinned differently gear.
Like ornaments.
Ornaments. But also like maybe even like a piece or something like that. That's like the Festival of Lost, like they did with every other one from Tess. It'll be like their set Festival of Lost that you get from Tess.
It's how they usually do it.
Right.
Is like they'll have a set for each character, and then maybe that will be what you get the ornaments for. Yeah. Because you'll be dropping them all week.
Yep.
Actually, it's going on for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. The
and
16th to the 6th.
We are getting new
November.
quest line.
Yep. There's going to be a quest line, which is for
and
this
they said
gun,
on
I
the
imagine.
30th, we're getting something special as well. So, like, I think that's leading off into what will be the next DLC. Black Armory? I believe.
Yeah, Black Armory is the next DLC.
Yeah.
And so we'll get a little teaser what that is.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. Mm-hmm. But this Festival Lost event, so there's also introducing the Evil Forest or...
Yeah, so they're going to
Lost
bring
Forest.
us back to the Infinite Forest.
Infinite Forest, but it's called...
But it's the Lost Forest or the
Haunted Forest. Spooky name Forest.
Yeah.
So...
But it's a new game mode.
New game mode.
We'll see what it is. It
We'll
seems
see.
they call it an escalating challenge.
Correcto.
So it's like I think it's horde based, and it just gets harder and harder and harder and harder.
The further
How
you go,
hard?
I hear,
We
is
don't
the better the rewards.
Yep.
So
So
that's
everything's
good.
going to scale for you.
That's really cool. That's
that
really
might
cool.
be where you even pull this auto rifle. But the auto rifle I heard is going to be like a better version of the Origin story. So that'd be pretty cool because I liked
I'm
Origin
into
story.
that. Yeah.
That was a great PvP first year.
Totally into that. Excited about that.
Precision frame.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of dope news, a lot of cool stuff just coming to this one event with
Tomorrow.
the stuff that we already have been. I mean, the raid, the Nightfall specific loot, the curated masterworks, all this stuff that makes the game, so much worth grinding for, and
There's
so much more
always something you
achievements.
can go achieve, yeah. And triumphs now, and there's a whole triumph score, and
Yeah.
I'm stoked every time I get to pass those.
Yeah, it's they're doing it. They're really doing it. This event is. I mean, their events
I'm about to
previously.
reset my Gambit score.
Their events
Infamy.
recently or in the game have always been good to me. To be honest, the
Yeah.
events have been good. It's been the game throughout, that wasn't good, and they have now produced.
They fixed the gameplay.
Yeah, I've been fully satisfied all the way to the event. Now I have the event, which is going to bring in this whole new slew of new stuff.
That you have to grind
That's
out.
going to be, but it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same stuff from the game. Then the event will go away.
It's a whole new mode.
And you'll be kind of like, it's like the refresher's already built in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're offering a new game. Yeah, of course it's still Destiny, but now you're doing different stuff. You're going to look different. You're doing it for aesthetic reasons mostly. I mean, it's not really... Maybe the gun is going to drop at your light level. It's probably not going to be
There's a
powerful.
couple of good things you can get, but it's a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, and it's kind of like one
I
of
have
those things
in
again to
my
say you were there.
inventory from Christmas. I
Yeah,
have
of course.
some of my favorite sparrows from that. There is a new sparrow in this event.
Yeah.
That's going to be, it looks really dope.
I have a little select little, side stash of, the Christmas event coins, strike
Nice.
coins and crucible coins, and whenever I run into a good team, I drop, I'll drop that, and then they'll be hit like a year later with you just got a good event
That is
shader,
the greatest,
gift shader from the Christmas event.
Dutch Master, the anti-troll.
know what I mean?
Like,
You know?
you are
It's
Santa
so good.
Claus of the internet.
It's so funny though too because they'll be like, some people have mics and some people don't, but the people that have mics you'll get them be like laughing like because it's just like the worst shaders ever, or sometimes it's like an actual item from then. Mm-hmm. So you never know.
Funny you said that. I got a few Gambit matches in today, and like playing solo to get someone on the mic. That's the first thing you joke about. It's like, wait, someone hears me?
Yeah.
Someone's listening right now? It's a blessing.
I had to get in a Gambit match today. I had to get on the mic. No one's on the mic. I had to get on the mic and pep talk the team.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, so-and-so, you got 7. Go do it. Go deposit. And he'd be like out there wilding. I'm like, no, dude, like go deposit. It's all good. You got 7. This is what matters. Go get them. You don't want to lose those 7. Go deposit those 7. Goes deposit. You know what I mean? We lose the first round real bad. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you lost 14. You lost 14. Everybody lost them once.
Yeah.
And I got blurped going to make a deposit. So I was like, okay, guys, like we can get this. We can beat these guys, no problem.
Yeah.
You get 5. Start looking to make the deposit. Just do it. You'll realize you'll get the same numbers. We'll just progress, more evenly with these guys, and that's all we did.
Yeah.
They started just depositing what they got. I don't know if it's what people think or how the challenges work or the bounties.
I don't know, it's like
but
heroic
everybody
events. Some
wants
people
to
just
do 15.
Everyone wants to just kill things.
And it's like when you're out there with 15, they're gonna summon the enemies to your side to where you're at. They're gonna choose that spawn location that's closest to you, and it's gonna spawn the most difficult enemy.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
Pro tip for everyone out there.
You're
25 kills, 50 kills, 70, or 25 and 50. That's when you get a invader. So you can see their score.
Yeah. No.
You don't
want
to do it. You don't want to run with 15 when they got 20.
Do it super early. Super early or directly after an invasion, and then when they have not stacked. If they are stacking during their invasion, you may want to just get your low ones in and stop the bleeding because they're going to invade right again once.
And your high value targets give you 15. So just go after that if you're solo. If you're not with a team.
Player.
There you go.
Gambit tips.
There you
That's
go.
what the world needs right now.
You know, it's maybe we could teach them before they turn into like not everybody, but like some
Rule number
people out
one.
there, like heroic events.
No- Unequipped
public events.
The
is worst.
sleeper stimulant. Okay.
For everybody's sake.
Just take it out. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't do anything for your team because guess what? The person on the other team has one too. Now you're going to force someone who has been using a different weapon that's harder to use the entire time. You just gave him an easier weapon to use that basically auto aims for him. He's going to wreck your team with it.
Yeah.
So save that, get good with the other weapons, and then use that same technique when someone pulls it out on you.
Yeah.
Okay, but like let's stop the madness because it's
It's like if you're a black belt, you don't do anything until someone else.
you're not out there picking fights out there, and you're gonna be like exactly like pull out your scout rifle, get good with it, take out some couple guardians with your scout rifle, take them out with this.
I believe we all remember the colony.
move around with what you're playing with, get good with these other weapons, and then you can like pull out the OP sleeper stimulant if you really need to accomplish something or the other guys are using it. But like, let's pull it out of normal gameplay. Let's.
We have a term around here like when you're getting butt naked out there.
Nah.
You someone go bring that.
Yeah, but the thing
That's
is,
when you can bring it out, but you don't draw first.
Yeah, you don't draw first. You use something else. There's tons of other, even like the crooked fang or something else. Use something like that if you really are, if you're really into.
No one's used the colony in a while. Bring that.
Use that if you want to use something that's a linear. I mean, if you're really just super into it, like, and it's your favorite weapon, then I mean, I can't tell you not to use it. But like,
play the guns you want.
If you're using it because you think it like gets you dope shots out of the air or whatever, it does that for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's the exactly. That's really it. With Gambit,
those
and
guns
else.
come out.
But that's a totally new Forsaken thing that's literally made Forsaken so great.
And here's something too, like if you keep fucking with the like if everyone keeps using sleepers right now, they're gonna get adjusted. You know when we need that sleeper? In the raid.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm confident.
Just say it.
I'm confident that the sleepers staying where it's at, and it's not going to receive any sort of buffs or anything, or nerfs or reworks or anything like that. I don't think they will, because, like I said, anybody can get it. It's in a quest line, so it makes it so anybody can have it. It's easily obtained in the game. There's not a power level that matters in Gambit. Where the problem lies.
Everything is level, like everyone's at the same light level.
If you go into the Crucible, it's not really that crazy effective. It's pretty slow.
Mm-hmm. But Gambit is this hybrid mode.
Yeah. So
you get kind of the other one.
I don't think it will be going anywhere, and I think that's a good choice because then it doesn't mess with it in other game modes. Mm-hmm. But like as a general, like they'll probably buff something that make to compensate for that. Mm-hmm. Like they did with Graviton lands or the exotics, they buff pulse rifles. So yeah, some of those exotic pulse rifles got
and I like that they've been in the mode of make things stronger.
But everything else exactly comes up exactly. So hand cannons got brought up where now you're landing 3 shots and getting a kill. So
it's so fun.
You're still in that range where if somebody has 2 really good shots, yeah, they'll get you. But it's like if you have those same 2 shots, that person's probably not going to be as aggressive, and you have the chance of hitting that 3rd shot if you are using something else or a grenade follow-up, or you can close the gap or whatever it is you're trying to do with your setup. But look at shotguns. They're in a really, really good place right now.
Yeah,
maybe too good of a place, but they're not tremendously hard to use, so you can adapt to that. And also there are some other options. You might have to get those certain loadouts or that certain perks rolled with certain weapons to make it like that. Like, for instance, Trust with like explosive payload can be a shotgun stopper if the guy's a good enough distance away. If he's right on you, I mean, it's a shotgun. It's pretty much over. Unless he's terrible with it, which I've seen.
Yeah, I like. That's why. So I've still been mating a fighting lion. It's been a lot of fun. It works really well in the build I play. Since I am one of those Well of Radiance locks that it reloads for you. I have shotgun speed grenades, but I run that with a quick draw hand cannon, and then it's like 2 shots.
Yeah.
So that, if I catch him early enough as a shotgun stopper, but I ain't got nothing at close range, and I get screwed so much in the Crucible right now with those.
The Crucible is bad. Competitive is, oh my god, I'm done. I've done almost everything with.
Yeah, you've been running competitive heavy.
Luna Howl, yep. I'm on the rise. I started with I played 2 weekends. I did 1 weekend where I did all the quest and didn't really focus on my ranking up, but I ranked up to like 400. And then I did this weekend, where I ranked up only about 100 because it's just so much with the back and forth of going up and then down. But I've been solo queuing the whole thing, occasionally getting into there with some teams, but it's still almost the same result.
Yeah.
Because when you get on a team and you start doing really well, you start moving up, you start playing people that are doing the same thing as you. So then obviously it becomes harder.
Yeah.
But if you play in the low ranks, you're playing against people that are in the beginning stages.
And when you're solo queue, it's wild card.
It's totally wild.
It's a wild card.
So sometimes you get real lucky, sometimes you don't. But it's been
either way,
really
you can
good,
make it a
though.
good time.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Fun.
In competitive, you can.
Yeah.
If you're going to quick play, it gets pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Especially now that there's 6 people that you just don't know what the hell they're doing, but they don't.
It's
people
save the sweaty for competitive.
The mentality is different on how people play Destiny completely than than Destiny 1.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are sitting back.
Well, it's had a while. It's been a roller coaster for the community.
While other people are just rushing, so it's hard to. When you go into the matches, it's hard to judge what your loadout's going to be that works.
Yeah.
You can't you're just not really changing to one loadout, because if somebody's shotgun rushing you, and then you switch to that, and the next matchup, you're getting someone who's sitting back scout rifle.
Yeah.
You're trying to close the gap constantly, and he's just picking you off. So it's it's. With Destiny 2, when it first started, you knew the loadouts of everybody you went up to, because it was the same one you were using. You're like, I'm just better than you with these 2 weapons. You know what I mean? That's what it came down to. So
there's always a move.
We hit each other at the same time. Exactly. Yeah. We both hit each other at the same time. It's firing at the same exact rate. But for some odd reason, I did one thing that you didn't. And that's how it worked out. And that's how it works.
I think I might start bringing my Icarus stash back. Because that gets me around things.
Yeah.
And I like that build, being able to shoot in the air, and I wanted to bring bows into my play, and being able to draw that while you're kind of using your
bows are in an insane place right now, too.
Oh, my God. Man, I think I could run that with my old build on how this is, because I got the speed.
Well, yeah, you can 2-shot with the bow, no problem. And
I'll be a Cupid of death.
And adds, it just demolishes.
Bring that Wings of Sacred Dawn.
It has no fall off, like it seems. So, if you have that thing fully,
if you have a quick draw bow, it just destroys. If you pull a masterwork one, that's worth investing in. It's just, especially I like a good kinetic with explosive head.
Booyah shaka.
It destroys.
Booyah!
But Sam, you wanna talk about the raid? We got Sam in the raid.
Oh man, okay. So I went in for the first time.
The Last Wish raid.
Now, I'm at 585 light doing this.
So he went in a little
overweight.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
I had a blast. It's still a good challenge.
Fun.
It's a great puzzle. It's a great combination of things. And I'm only so far in. We played for what? Maybe 4 hours?
Yeah, it was maybe 4 hours.
Yeah.
And we did 3 encounters.
Yep.
One
with Morgeth.
Yeah, it's a complete learning experience too when you go in. So, I had done it before, so I try to give everybody.
We had a good group.
The gist of it, watch videos. Of course, you can explain as much as you want over a party chat on comms, but I'm not very good at explaining it. It's probably not coming across as well. So it's here, I'm going to tell you guys what's up, and then you watch a video or read something about it while we take a little break, and then we figure it out. And we were moving steadily forward by doing that. Everybody understood what it was. We ran it 3-4 times, and then we'd have it, and that was like every time. And then we got to Morgoth, and it was a couple more, but we knew what we were doing.
But we had to swap a player at that time.
Yeah, and we knew we knew what to do.
Yeah,
and that we were able to do it. It was like the typical raid stuff.
I feel
or like hard things in general.
Yeah,
you got to wait till that. There's just that moment, right? Where like last time it was this, then this thing spawned on this side instead of the other side, and all these other different little variables.
It's a lot of ads,
and then all of them just line up for whatever reason and work. And you go smoothly through everything, and the next thing you know, you beat it.
But it's just ironing mechanics out. I think the first encounter took the longest to figure out the pattern. The third encounter took the longest period.
Yeah, but it's also the biggest boss with the most. It's arguably the hardest fight.
But we had it.
Of the entire raid.
And hey, let's talk about that a second. Awkward experience on PlayStation Network.
Oh yeah, like so that was happening again in somebody in a raid before, but they were able to fix it on their end. Something they just left and came back.
I probably should have just logged out and logged back in.
I think it was whatever. Yeah,
but hey,
that's how they fixed it.
We'll try it next time. So if you run into this, just maybe try that. But so what?
It's actually an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was. I'm proud.
Yeah,
and I was quite rewarded for defeating that one because that one I pulled. The energy hand cannon, Nation of Beasts with the catered roll.
Yeah, which I wanna try to get.
Dragonfly, Outlaw,
it's the Fate Bringer,
Masterwork of the Range. It's
the Fate Bringer.
Oh yeah!
It's great in the raid. It does well against Taken. It's a
Fate Bringer.
It's an arc. It's arc. Yeah. That's it. No, it's a dope hand cannon. I've been playing a lot of it lately.
But this
guy logs.
What was his name?
Sorry,
What was his name?
Young blood, young gun, young something.
I don't know what were you were calling him something. You were.
Saying it was his name.
I don't know.
I
don't know what to call him because I didn't get to talk to him.
I'm sorry right now.
What?
But we're friends on PlayStation now.
That was supposed to be your homie,
dude. He was my invisible friend. Because this guy logs in, doesn't hear anyone else except me, and no one else can hear him.
But we all can hear Sam. So Sam,
sorry that I talked so much during that experience.
Sam can talk to him. Okay, to Young. We'll just call him Young. Sam can talk to Young. Young can talk to Sam. Sam can talk to all four of the remaining people.
And this was a six-player experience that it was very important.
But none of those four people can talk to Young for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He literally zero incommunicado.
I was a conduit.
No, yeah. So it freaks Sam out at first. He thinks he's having some sort of like experience or something like this, divine intervention or something, and starts having, flashbacks of him or something being
funny.
Whoopi Goldberg or some shit. It was funny. It was funny, but we didn't. I don't know. Most people probably would have been like, "Yeah, dude, like, your mic's not working. We can't have you in the raid with us."
We were like, we know what's going on.
Yeah, we were like, we're used to adversity.
He was from New Zealand, by the way.
We never wouldn't know. Didn't hear his voice. No, actually, I did hear his voice. I talked to him for like one moment. I was like, "Hey."
When you were inviting him in.
Yeah, and then that was it. And there was just nothing after that. And he was talking, and I hear this. The funny thing is, we didn't know until I hear Sam go, "Yeah, they can hear you." And I'm like, "Who did you just tell that to, Sam?" And he's like, "What? Oh, the guy that just joined." And I was like, "We can't hear him." And everybody's like, "Yeah, we 100% cannot hear him. It's no." And you're like, wait, what? Wait, what? I was like, yeah, we can't hear.
I was like, the whole time I was like trying to find ways to answer, because we're running an event on the raid. Like there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it's more.
So I'm trying to come up with like, how do I respond to both of them at the same time with the same words? It just came out as okay.
Yeah, and I bet you he felt left out the entire time.
No, I was doing my best.
I know, but he still like doesn't know what's going on for the other entire team that's happening. He's just like stuck in his own little world. Like, dude, just stay there and run around, collect these things.
Yeah,
we'll take care of the rest.
Okay, so like I just started kind of talking a lot again. Sorry to the group for that annoyance, but it worked because I was just calling out I was playing the cleaner in Morgoth. Like, someone has to sit back and be ready in case you get, like, one of the characters will get sucked up by a tornado while you're collecting these orbs. And so I was playing that role. The guy who couldn't talk was running first, made sure he got what he needed. He knew how to kill ads on his own, and then that's all I just played call-outs. And sometimes, you know, we did it in, like, what, 2 tries?
Yeah, communication is
after
what it's
that-
about, man.
Yeah, we got it really fast, especially for, like, I hadn't seen any of these experiences before.
Yeah, first timers. I did it with first timers yesterday.
Yeah.
To complete the half that was, or the 2 encounters we didn't finish, and I did an alt character and we started at Morgoth, but when I joined up with them, they were like we've already been in here for 6 hours. So, you know, they were having trouble with it. They were a little bit under light level. Well, they were set at the light level. And then when we got to Morgoth, it still took them enough tries. I stuck in there with them because, you know, I know how it is when people don't totally get it and how it goes, because I was with you just the day before and we literally like ran right through it.
And like just after that, I get it. I get how all the things work.
And they were having trouble.
At least those the 3 encounters I've seen. Yeah. Now I am up to the hardest one. What is said for the
It's
raid.
not.
It is not.
You just beat the hardest one. I just told you.
Morgan. Okay. See, I thought the vault.
You're gonna go and cluster.
The vault was just the most complicated, but it's just right.
Yeah. Once you figure that out, you're done. You got to go sit through it and be like, okay, this symbol's that. Okay, this symbol's that. Okay, we all got the symbols. Left is Antumbra, right is Petumbra. You remember those for 3 locations?
Antumbra, Pintumbra?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's the name of the buff that you have from taking strength. You had it when with Morgoth.
They don't say like A and P or
no,
like,
one's left, one's left, one's right.
They say the whole word.
No, you say
word.
You say what's your buff, and you say ant or pent or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the person left or right.
Right? Say.
I mean,
like, they just like complicate.
That's what it's called.
I know. It's just
because
you're just running at. I'm multitasking in there. These things.
Talk to Bungie.
I know. Just making fun of it.
Okay.
Right.
Antumbra, Pintumbra.
He tried to drag you into this, Saint.
I'm gonna write him a letter.
But anyways, so the vault. Yeah. So I went into the vault with them.
Right.
They got the vault. We got the vault. No problem. We got it. Well, it was a little bit of a problem, but we got it.
Okay.
And this is all people, under level. But when we did Riven, we did it, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to do the heart run, because you don't just get anything from Riven. You get the key, then you got to do her heart.
The heart run's awesome, though.
Yeah, well,
do you get a checkpoint?
These guys couldn't do it, and I felt really bad.
Oh.
And
do you get a checkpoint after?
Yeah, of course. And I felt really bad, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try with you guys until, we can. And then their team just started to disband. And I was like, I'm not a quitter, da-da-da. I just found another team, LFG. We did it first try, boom, finished. And it's like, that's just how it is, though, with the raid. There's just, it
takes coordination.
It takes coordination, but it takes a certain level of dedication from each individual player.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, it's not, pointing any fingers, but you can tell when you have that team and when you don't.
Yeah.
By how many turns it's taking you, because it comes down to the fact that you can kill all the ads, you can do all this stuff, and it's who's not doing it in their order.
And
who's
if
not
you're having trouble, you just say, hey,
but
I
who's
died
not
here.
communicating that?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you look around and you can see, and that's the funny thing about the raid. You can always tell. It always gives you some sort of hint at who's doing the damage, how many ads they're killing, this or that. And you can kind of see it, and nobody wants to be mean while you're doing it.
Yeah,
because you will probably
stumbled
eventually
my way
get it.
through the second encounter, but we beat it on the second try.
Yeah.
So I was actually like, oh man, I was dropping a well of radiance.
Yeah, but
and by
when
the
you're
time
on your
that,
try 15, and you're like, okay, guys, we need to only die from this.
And I figured out my role by the end of it.
What needs to kill us is this happening, not something that shouldn't be happening, or something that keeps happening over and over again. And you just know that, and that's important about with the raids. I think we were talking about this, but with matchmaking and stuff like that, why you can't matchmake raids, why you can't matchmake Nightfalls, because you won't get that certain level of dedication that is needed. Because there are people that want to beat the raid, but if you're not willing to sit there and get better, or bring the right gear, or bring this or that, then that's just your fate. You're not going to beat it, and
It is
really,
meant to be a challenge.
And
is
it's
meant
gonna
to
make
be
you- yeah.
6 players playing together. They had a race with a damn title belt. Like
it's going to be
that's
hard.
what this challenge is, but it's
and
wonderful experience. It's incredibly rewarding. It's
But
a ton of fun.
It's for these certain type of players. Even though
Yeah.
everybody wants to do it, some people are going to have extremely, extremely hard times doing it, and some people will never finish it. I think that's a shame because I think everybody that that gets to the light level to do it should be able to finish it, but that's just not the reality. Some people are just they'll get in there and realize how hard it is, and they'll be like, I can't do this. And you're like, well, just do it, and before you know it, it's done.
I went in
But
for
you
the
can't
first
change
time,
that mindset.
I gotta say, I got my light up there.
Yeah.
But
you have the dedication to, you know what it is to grind a game. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You'll be like, okay, this is what's sitting in front of me. There's only one way around it, and that's you're not going around it. You're going through it. You have to start the quest somewhere and finish it through. It's like an RPG. You're the most daunting thing ever. They're like, oh, kill thousands of this. And you're like, shit.
Yeah.
But then you realize, oh, man, I'm already at 500 or this or that.
I just play the game.
Yeah. You play, and then you get these abilities. You get better. You'll get better on your sticks. You'll get better at aiming.
I don't play every character. I don't play every ability so much. I find, I generally do play one build most of the time to be, the one I want. And that's also what this game is.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
And so And so I just grind on one character because it's what I put my time into, and I get all this stuff, and I get better at this game, and it's a ton of fun. I had an incredible experience in the raid. Being over light makes it, it's just more about the cooperation. If you can manage ads, it is still hard.
I don't think technically it's that
But-
you're overlight. You're just highlight. for
Highlight,
it.
okay.
I wouldn't say because the encounter that we're on is technically 580.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. Technically rated at, right? You're
I
not
didn't know
doing
that.
damage if you're below 550.
Well, there you go.
So it just rates how much more challenging it is for you. So it's always scaled. So it's but the
And that's why you get
bosses
something
who-
good every time you beat one the first time.
But
in
the
a week.
damage to the boss, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're just going to be on that high output, but you still got to do the whole ads. You still have to do the puzzle, everything else that's happening in between there.
It's a lot of work.
It's
a great challenge.
Yeah.
And
but,
it's
but
a
you
team
play
game.
you play 100K Nightfalls. You play the hardest other parts of the game that have basically geared you to do that. You can't. There's a lot of these
prepared.
guys that are like
My body, my armor.
They're in the raid, and you're like, oh, da da da, and they're like, yeah, they're kind of not playing the game, and then they're like, I want to raid.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always. It's not going to just pan out for you because it
Invest.
panned out for your buddy, and you're like, yeah, your buddy's also
Oh no.
done all the stuff that he needs to do, and he's brought Whisper the Worm, and he has Sleeper when he needs it. He also has the EP shotgun, and this and that, and it's like, oh, well, I don't have this stuff. It's like, yeah, but you see, that's the difference. This guy
Just keep
grinded until he had it.
Yeah.
He sat down there and he stayed dedicated
I want this.
until
I'm
he
gonna
got
go get it.
Yeah, until he got it, and when he got
Teaches you a
it,
lot about life.
oh yeah, a lot about life and how life can come up short on you sometimes too. That's what it teaches you about. It's
Oh
about
man, yeah,
life.
you
Okay.
had. I am sorry for your luck with the postmaster. Like,
No,
I don't know why
mean,
they hate you.
No, it's not me. Bungie
Post
just.
op.
It's not me.
I
Bungie
know.
hates the game. They hate their game. They hate their game that they forget things about it that need to be done. That they're just like, hey, I'm over it.
Well, we're getting some.
No one's ever gonna not have their primary weapons full when they've been fucking grinding a Nightfall for 50 times in a row. You're not gonna have any extra weapons. I don't think so. Yeah, of course you fucking are. So, anyways, I guess we'll just get into it.
Throw it up. This is.
So we all know it's this week, and if you don't
We
know,
play a lot of this game. If
it's
you run into these
Warden
problems,
of
it's-
Nothing is one of the Nightfall selections.
Listen up.
And it has possibly one of the sweetest concepts of a hand cannon to acquire from
Warden
this
of
Nightfall.
Nothing is the Nightfall, by the way.
Warden of Nothing. Yeah, I
Sorry.
mentioned it. I did.
Take away.
And the hand cannon is called the Warden's Law. It is an aggressive burst hand cannon, meaning it shoots 2 shots at one time. So it's the most unique hand cannon, and also that just sounds badass.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, I gotta have it. So I get the super high score, do all the work, I grind it, I get one. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I find out, like, okay, there's a masterwork one that's obtainable. You just got to grind it, and it's a random drop. So, let's go for it. I run it with you for a bunch. I didn't get any drops, so I stayed on. I was like, I'm going to run it a couple more times.
But I only ran it a few times.
So I ran a couple more times. I get it to drop. Okay, but I'm playing with 2 random people because we're just on a farm. No one's talking on the comms. This guy is instantly backing out. I'm like, okay, cool, like, whatever. It'll go to my postmaster. Okay, cool. I used a app to go into my postmaster because that's how I do it. It's nice and clean on my computer. Destiny item manager. Okay, cool. Da-da-da. There it is, sitting there. No gold ring around it. And I'm like, okay. But there's a prime engram sitting there. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, if it went into my postmaster as a prime engram and then showed up as a warden of nothing or warden's law, and that other prime engram's just in there as a prime engram, it would have done the same thing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll go to the traveler to double check this. Go to the traveler, get the warden's law. I'm like, shit, it's got snapshots and opening shot. Like, damn it. Okay.
I mean, quick.
Let me check this. Let me check this engram. And you pop the engram. It's a bad reputation or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm like, my stomach drops. I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, me again? How has this happened to me? So I instantly delete like half the guns in my primary slot. Okay. Knowing what my future beholds. A long night of the same fucking nightfall over and over again to get this fucking back.
Is dedication.
This back into my inventory. And some Google searches. So sure as shit, Google it up. I Google it up. These motherfuckers at Bungie, one day ago, notified emergent issue. Warden's Law, if drop masterwork and goes back to postmaster, turns into a regular weapon. Investigating. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, come on. This is a real thing? This is a real thing? You gotta be fucking kidding me. So I'm just like, whatever, dude. Okay, here it goes. We're going back in. I go back in, first game in, nothing. Just like, fuck, here it is. Here's my roll of 10 games plus. I'm not going to get shit. So I find a new set of guys because the other guys just wanted to run it once. Find a new set of guys that get in with them. And I like hop in. I'm like, yeah, like they're talking. I'm like, yeah, I just got it to drop masterwork, but it went to the postmaster. And they're just like, oh my God, man, that fucking sucks. They already know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't go on Twitter, I guess. Not enough. I'm not fucking sure. But
just Bungie.
Anyways, I run the goddamn fucking thing, and I just go hard. I'm going hard. I'm killing everything. I'm just trying to run straight through it. I pass every section that doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Boom, da-da-da. And I swear to God, I fucking will this shit into fruition. Just with the fucking, like, I was like, the prime engram popped at a certain 45-degree north out of the fucking chest. This is the one. Like, this is it. And boom. I popped it. Prime gun inventory full.
When it, like, pops out.
It was not full. Boom, masterworked, Warden's Law, 4th time's a charm as the perk, and probably the reality that I did just run it 4 times and got it twice. But I got 3 rolls of it, 3 different rolls, including the masterwork rolls. So it fucking paid at the end, thank God, Bungie, because I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even, if I had to go to sleep with that thought, festering out all night, who knows what could happen the next day.
Way to earn that shit.
Fuck, dude, I don't know. I think that God just knew how much it fucking was just tearing it up and, like, just rotting my soul.
Deej was just watching.
And he's like, here.
They have a feed going there of everyone who gets fucked, and it's just like, that one.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. But Bungie claims they never give weapons back or anything from those losses, but I think somehow they noticed this. And we're like, let's give this guy a high roll rate, or high drop rate.
Mm-hmm.
So, or what you really do is you go in there and you 172K that motherfucker, and then you just start getting the crazy drops.
And you pop a fire team emblem.
Yeah, Fire Team Medallion.
And a Vanguard.
This is what I did on each one of my drops. No bullshit.
I bought Vanguard tokens today.
Vanguard token on every single Nightfall. Pop it no matter what. You're going to get gifts, crazy gifts. You give everybody in their gifts. You should tell them to all pop one as well. And on the 2 times that I actually got it to drop the same rounds, the same runs, I popped Fire Team Medallions during the strike. So I don't know if this is triggering anything or doing anything or like that, or it's just increasing your chances that much. But yeah, with runs like these, you need the most, you need as much help as you can get, because it's not fucking easy to get these to drop.
And I've experienced that with guns.
Yeah, and you got the Militia's Birthright. Yeah,
I grinded that out.
Is a lot of people's favorite grenade launcher.
It's a great kinetic grenade launcher. It's the only kinetic grenade launcher.
A lot of people's favorites.
It is not meant for shields, but it is.
Imagine just carrying low-level ads. Yeah, just blow when the horde comes in,
and it's
away with you.
Here's the thing, because I like hand cannon grenade launcher build. Yeah. I can run Nation of Beasts. This is what I've been doing. Yeah. Militia's Birthright.
Right.
And then I have the exotic slot open for my power weapon. And all this shit's over 380 now, so I'm doing fine.
580.
Thank you, Saint.
580. Booyah! A lot of people say 380 still. 3 this, 3 that.
Yeah, so like everything's over 380 for me.
It's 5, but okay.
580.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. I was just going to get into
I didn't even think about that.
How the
I
LFG,
said that earlier too, I think.
Yeah. No, everybody does it. And I was just like,
can you tell I've been playing that game?
The LFG chats are full of it. And you're just like, okay.
It's like every January.
But like sometimes when you run like Nightfalls, you're like, I hope I'm going to join.
Yeah.
But I really hope that this guy's, because people are still 380 running regular Nightfalls,
Yeah.
That are not in the new era.
I still have, I don't know why it still does the number 12, my Warlock, that's the youngest of my squad, when I try to do LFG signups. So I'll be, joining a raid, and it says it's light level 12.
Jeez.
All common gear.
That's not good.
I know. It's
I haven't been getting invited. I don't know why I'm not getting invited.
I kind of I sent a message when I figured that out.
I'm not 12. I'm not light level 12 then. That's my age, not my light level.
No. Oh, by the way, speaking of the catered weapons, the maxed
curated,
out, curated. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
I heard. I don't know if this is fact.
I heard the word. Let's hear it.
But listen up. That exotic auto rifle that'll drop
is auto curated. Yeah. It's gonna be the curated, masterworked version of
there
it.
There you go.
So it's worth the grind.
If you play the game, you get rewarded.
Yeah. So those are the ways to get these curated rolls, as that I know of now. I don't know if there's curated versions of every legendary.
But certain ones.
But there's curated. There's a curated trust from the packages from the Gambit. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's a curated every raid weapon from the raid. Yep. There's a curated
Nightfall
weapons. And then those all have their own drops with the random rolls within them. So the curated roll isn't necessarily
any of them can get Genesis.
It's the god roll in Destiny's eyes of specs, geared to
for them judging the stats,
but geared to what
the
the idea of what it's used for.
Yeah.
So
or what it's modeled after.
Yeah, or what it's modeled after. The perks on the raid weapons obviously are going to be more PvP or PvE based. Mm-hmm. But not to mention, Destiny's hugely based in crossover, so there's still good perks on the PvP side as well. But Genesis and explosive payload on the Gambit curated is obviously a Gambit weapon,
but
where it has good crossover, but it's really good for clearing ads.
Dragonfly Outlaw is incredible for
it's Fatebringer, and no matter what.
I know, I just wanted to bring it up. I really enjoy it.
No matter what. So.
It's great. I was playing the Corrupted earlier. I played around because they got the daily.
Yeah. But it's
great guns.
Great guns, and the guns are in a great place right now with the perks. Everything is tip top right now.
As you said before, it's
Destiny.
there's always something to be working towards, and then now we get a humongous amount of new things tomorrow. I'm stoked.
And everybody gets it.
I get all day tomorrow to go.
Everybody
play
gets it too. So this is not locked to any specific person.
This is an event.
Or
Free
any
items for everyone.
everybody's all up in there with their hands up in the air.
You can get that Gaul mask.
Yeah.
You can get the
all the
the
masks.
traveler as your head.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of
ridiculous shit, and you get to use that whenever you want.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
For the first year in Destiny 1, the masks were limited. They had like a certain number of uses.
Okay.
So you got like
So it's like a drop.
or
Okay, it's like
four.
a Vanguard item
like a
or something like
consumable.
that. Yeah, consumable.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But I don't know
Okay.
if that's going to be the same for
If
these
that's
masks.
it, then I will at least save one of them.
What if they're because
that
there's
I
so many
can.
ornament slots? What if if you get the mask, it's just as an ornament for
So I was
for
hoping,
your mask?
right?
So it's like you still get the perks of what your mask is. It's just going to view.
I was guessing they might go like
differently.
the route of like Solstice armor, kind of, where you're going to be getting a lot if they come out with an armor set, which they are.
Oh,
you're
actually, you
gonna
know what?
get a
This
lot
thing,
of drops of that. So that might be just what they give you the weapon ornament for. Is the whatever the
yeah,
armor set
hopefully
of
that's
that
what
is.
it's for.
But you're gonna get costumes.
That Veterans of the Hunt bundle actually is early December. The consumables bundle and then the emotes.
That's what okay, so it's
Yeah,
with
no, it
I
is,
think it's
yeah.
with Black Armory.
And they
It'll come out.
didn't. They just said early. I don't know. But that's probably when it comes out. So yeah.
There you go. So it's coming soon, but we got plenty of shit to earn starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, what else are you playing? In
That's
Destiny
it.
right now?
Oh well, I've been running some competitive, but it's super sweaty, and I'm pretty much just going to get somebody on my friends list to carry me through.
I need to get I need to start just looking for groups.
I mean, it's not going to be like a
When
carry,
I
but
play,
like,
like,
yeah,
whatever I start on.
I'm not going to be doing the heavy lifting on
Yeah.
competitive because
I want.
I'm not geared for it on like 5 games in on competitive, dude. Like I'm not putting in the same effort as I was in game 1.
Yeah.
And if I have teams that I'm doing the carry for, I can't do it. I can't carry people in Destiny 2,
That's fair.
Crucible at all.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's
lot
a
of weight
lot
to
of
carry.
work. It's a lot of work
Yeah.
to get that many kills, and then you have to play. It's forcing me to play a way that I don't like to play.
So there you
So
go.
I don't like to sit back and like let people rush me and then sit behind a corner and shotgun them or stuff like that.
I lean.
I will do
towards-
it.
Yeah.
I'll pull out the fucking Telesto and just spray your ass and not even worry about it, and like you won't even touch me.
Yeah.
I'll get that bad on it. I don't like playing like that. I'll pull out the Colony. Okay, this is what Season 4 has brought out of me. I will pull out the Colony on people.
Just to say fuck it.
Yeah, just because it's just insane. Like you're like, dude,
Yeah.
you are literally trying so hard right now to kill me. It's ridiculous. Like the effort they're putting forth, the
saying.
dodge, the jump, the this, the that. Like, dude, you're all over the place, and you're just like Telesto, done, and you're just like
Colony,
yeah, and then you just like laugh, and you're like laughing. You're like, you just exerted so much more effort than I ever would
Yeah, I get what
to
you mean.
go after an individual person in a video game, ever. And then it just makes me think about the person that's playing on the other end.
It takes only a few rounds in Crucible. I enjoy Gambit. I need to get with more people who want to play as a team on Gambit.
It's yeah.
hard to get
It's
that.
been the
but, like,
same for
it's-
solo queuing
Yeah.
anything. You
it's-
get with
but
people that just
I
don't have
really
the same
enjoy
mindset as
Gambit.
you.
I would love to see in the future like some type of special event or like Iron Banner type thing. I don't mean like a like what Iron
I
Banner
don't
is,
know.
but like
I
just
don't know.
some type of like Gambit games.
Yeah, we'll see. I just don't think. I think that with how it's in its lore, it can't have anything like that.
That's fair.
But
How do
I don't
you
know.
think they could change it in the future? Just like,
I don't know if they want to
that's
change
impressive.
it. That's my
Yeah.
point. Yeah,
Forever?
Like
I guess
it's obviously developing into
it
something
does
else.
change. It's got all the character
Yeah.
cycling in it. It's an incredible mode.
No,
I'm just
they're
curious if
going
they'll,
to
like-
change it. It's
Yeah.
going to develop in this Black Army or the Joker's Wild
Oh,
thing. It develops into something else, but that's going to play along with the story
Okay.
that they're developing, which has to do with this
There you go.
reason why he's collecting this darkness. I mean,
Sketchy motherfucker.
yeah, and every time you leave there, he's like, don't tell Shax about this. Don't tell the Vanguard about this. Like, they don't know that
He's like,
Gambit's...
all right.
Yeah, they don't know Gambit's being ran,
Yeah.
basically.
It's underground.
Yeah, super underground, just like...
Guys, you have to crouch to get to where he's at.
Yeah, you got to...
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be just
You have to power
walking
slide.
in there. Not
Just like
supposed
you
to
already do every
mosey
time you
on
run
in.
up to Zavala.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be Zavala everywhere. Oh, yeah. I don't know why. It's just like his...
Yeah, I could go... I don't like Zavala, so I could just go with that. I never really
I don't
got down
like
with
his
him.
face.
We never really got along, and... I don't know, Titans in general tend to be... Like, someone who mains Titans, they seem to always be like, oh, well, I'll just go in there and punch him.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, they literally say that in the game.
Dog, even all the...
Well, I got my punch.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, okay, buddy. Like, damn, you're just going to roll in the
Everything
punch.
about
And
Titans
like,
just
sure
run
shit,
at
like,
you.
here they come. And the enemy just dies. Right in front of you, just melts. And you're like,
I wish I
all right, for sure, man. All right. Melting point was that? No. That was the other one. Like, how many do they have?
Oh,
like,
man.
you have, like, 4 different options
He comes
of how,
flying down
of
from
how
the
you wanna
sky and he
shoulder
just
charge him.
slams the ground, and you're like, "Whoa, was that your super?" No, that was just my punch.
Yeah, that was just a melee. Well, how'd you fly in the air? I got syntheseps on. Oh, and you did triple damage because you were surrounded by enemies? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. All
Okay,
right. And then if
thanks-
somebody
thanks, Thor.
touches you, they take damage. All right. Fuck. Amazing set there. So, that's like that whole thing. And I don't know. Zavala's always been like that. And he didn't necessarily, in my eyes, he didn't have Cade's back.
I get what you mean.
So that's like
That
an
is,
ultimate. That's like that's where you just
Yeah.
draw the line, and then a "you're dead to me" statement is
That's
to
like
follow.
if someone killed the president, and I
wouldn't go there.
Okay, I'm not gonna go.
I wouldn't go there.
Fictional world.
I still
Wrong place to go. Okay.
Still wouldn't go there.
I was just saying like
A
high
very
level
pers-
person,
there you
high
go.
level
Okay.
person, just
There you
like.
go.
But that's who he is. Cade was a leader of this entire community.
Okay, take it easy.
Sorry for getting in the crazy realm. It's high level shit.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
I'm on
just
your
the
side
just
here.
the world here. You know.
Zavala out there
I know.
doesn't get it.
I know. Okay.
All right.
I got you.
All right.
I got you. I got
Oh,
you.
man.
I get it. You're upset.
Well, it's okay because I have rescued Cade multiple times.
and
I've,
also,
Also, in the
we
pyramid.
are going to get introduced to a new vendor.
Oh,
So that's
Tomorrow?
in the Black Armory.
Black Armory.
We're getting a new vendor. It's this EXO character. We're not sure exactly who it is.
Cool.
Their new vendor that's going to offer all kinds of stuff. But what I want to know is, are we going to get a new Vanguard to take over Cade's?
Position.
Yeah, to
you
run
think
us
it's-
through the
What do you
stuff.
think it would be?
I don't know. People are saying that it might be Shin Malfia, the Guardian who's essentially killing the Shadows of Yore,
Okay.
who killed the guy Callum in this. Well, you'll experience it when you do the Malfeasant quest. But that's kind of what unravels all this stuff, and the Drifter's kind of connection with him.
Okay.
So we don't know. He's a rogue Guardian who necessarily doesn't get along with the Vanguard because they allowed Thorn and Guardians to use Thorn and the Shadows of Yore to participate in Crucible. This is a whole set of lore
But it's awesome.
shit that goes
I
back.
love the
Yeah.
lore of this game.
But
This is
anyways,
how deep this goes.
he felt that this was wrong, and it was his duty to. He's the guy that carries the last word, and that's his gun that's been coming back in the Black Armory. His protege is the creator of the last word, and basically there's 2 camps. And even in Destiny 1, it was kind of like this. The users of the Thorn, the users of the last word.
Yeah.
They're both super OP weapons. They're hard to get used to, but once you get them down, they are fucking devastating. But yeah, all lore, all speculation. But he is the connecting person. That's who he is. He's the guy with the golden gun. He created the special golden gun.
Okay.
In theory, he's the first to use it. He's the first Guardian to ever be seen to pull to transform his light into a burning gun and kill somebody.
That's
another
dope.
guardian.
There you
So that's who he is, and maybe this will be who he is. Maybe he's the XO. Maybe he died and they came back as the XO or something like that. But he's also one of the only guardians that was born with light. He didn't die.
There you go.
He just already was a light bearer. So we don't know. We don't know.
Like the new breed, or like what is it? X-Men next
We don't know.
class.
But the Drifter could be one of these too because he's just a rogue bearer. He's called
Yeah.
a rogue bearer.
Okay.
So he's a guardian, right?
They were born with power.
He was born with the light. He was chosen by the
Yeah.
traveler from birth, not from death. He wasn't found by a ghost. He has no ghost. He has no ghost. He's the only guardian to
How does he
actually
come
carry.
back?
He's the only through his ghost. But he's the only guardian to use someone else's ghost. Yeah. So his ghost.
The Drifters or
No.
the XO?
Shin Malfear.
Shin Malfear. Okay.
Yeah, which is. He was technically hunting the Drifter, I guess, because he was a shadow of Yore. If that's true, then he was hunting him. But for some reason, the Drifter joined up with him or whatever and has him hunting Callum, which was his ex-partner, which means he
Yeah.
either left the shadows of Yore and turned on him, or maybe he was just doing that the entire time.
Now it's really interesting that that is where the lore is going.
Oh, yeah.
Being that in the current campaign they have the heavy, what side are you on?
Yeah,
Kind
exactly.
of a tone to it.
Yeah.
So sounds we're getting. It's going to be.
And Shin Malfear is one of those
real
guys
dark progression.
yeah, he's one of those guys who rode that line.
Mm-hmm.
He would off a guardian if he felt that what they were doing was that wrong,
Mm.
right? But he was always doing it in the name of the Vanguard or the name of the right, rather
Yeah.
than the wrong, where he wouldn't just go out and murder people through power. But the people that were doing it, the Shadows of Yore, or at least the Shadows of Yore didn't believe in that necessarily, like Dragon Yore did. But he was killing people because he was just crazy. Essentially, he went nuts.
Yeah.
And then the people followed him believed that they could find the same power in weapons, but not be corrupted by it. So that's what they do. So they're not necessarily evil guys.
They're gun
They
aficionados.
Exactly. They're like, well, we can manipulate this hive magic. Okay. And that's what they were doing.
Well, I've
So
been
they're
using
still
guns a
Vanguard.
long time, and
Well,
I'm going to shoot them off.
So they're still Vanguard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but Shin Malfear felt that this was wrong. So he had a blood feud with them, and he was hunting them down. So
Now I'm curious.
we're gonna see what this all leads
Does
into. Hopefully,
Ikora have any ties with this? Just because.
no. These are the okay. So that's the thing. These are like Osiris level
Okay.
guardians, where they were the Vanguard prior to Zavala.
and so
Ikora and Kate.
was taught by Osiris.
Exactly. So Osiris would
So-
have been there where when the Osirises would be not in the fire team, but at the Vanguard as a as the leader during this time.
Okay.
Where
I'm just curious.
Ikora was taking over, they were she was moving through the ranks, but Dregden Yord has already become part of the Shadows of Yore. He's already left the Vanguard.
Okay.
Shin
they're
Malfear is
two
just a
separated.
boy out at his homeland, and they were
Yeah.
getting overran by Vex in a war, and he was saved. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So that's how he gets brought into this. Dregden Yor kills his protege in cold blood. He actually gets shot. Well, somehow I don't know. Dredgen Yor survives a shot, they say,
I'm
because
just
they say he
curious
never missed. All
because-
kinds. Yeah, it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
It's so much.
Everything is super deep.
It's
I
so
love,
much.
I'm telling you, I watch videos now, each morning when I'm
It's
getting
too
ready.
much.
Of just
Yeah.
someone doing
Okay, so
lore.
go into
either
So go
Bife
into
or
the
Houndish do really good videos.
yeah.
on
So
Twitter,
yeah,
so
go
I
in
watch
and
that.
do a video on the Weapons of Sorrow, and then the Shadows of Yore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious just because Ikora was on the go and avenge Cade side, so I was curious if that would expand.
I don't
You
know
know?
if that's
I'm just-
I know.
curious.
Yeah,
We
no,
got
I
stuff
know.
coming up.
They kind of just were like, Cade's dead. Here's other
Yeah.
stuff that's going on too. The Drifter.
And I mean, even with tomorrow, with the Halloween event, we're supposed to get more continuation of this story.
Right.
So I'm excited to find that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really good. really good. But yeah, it's Yaron Ward is Shin Malphiteur's protege, the guy that carried the last word, made the last word, and fought Dredgen Yor, and was killed by him. And that's what Shin Malphiteur goes off and swears death to all the shadows of Yor.
Now, have you read the books?
The books? No, I've just played the games.
Just played the game and okay,
Yeah.
and then you just read all your cards.
Yeah, I mean the cards, but also what is it? It's this Char Collective has all of them collected for you.
It has it organized for you, but it's just all the triumphs off of the game.
It's all I mean that's the only place to get the information. So the books are
fan written, right?
Yeah, but there's also the Destiny official ones, but it's just the lore.
Okay.
It's like lore tabs.
It's just printed lore tabs
from then. Yeah, exactly how they would have it.
So they do it in a fancy.
Yeah, and it comes in a fancy Triumph looking book because then
cool.
Destiny 1 you had books. Mm-hmm. You had books of Triumph, so that's how they separated it instead of now you just have the collection in Triumph's tabs.
Yeah.
They were separated in books, so you'd go through a book of your Triumphs, and then you would get a
That's
seal.
Really cool.
You'd get a seal on the book. Then when you completed it,
do you get to stamp it? That was what you do?
No, it would do a little thing, and you'd get the award for it. But what was cooler about the Triumphs is they had set rewards. You would know when you'd get a reward.
Okay.
So it's your next reward will be up in this for however many Triumphs.
Yeah.
And then it would pop you something, and then occasionally be an exotic or whatnot.
Not bad.
So it was it was a little bit more. I guess it was they oversimplified it. I guess again, like they did a lot of stuff in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So.
But the bounties mix it up a good amount.
Stories.
You drop bounties a lot. You get a lot of different of those. So they're building it.
They are. It's back in. It's feeling good. The bounties are
get good drops sometimes.
Are relevant.
Yeah.
They make sure you need to get these the coins. Then there's triumphs or turning in the coins, so you actually get rewards for that.
Plus,
and everything. So.
Everything is economy to Spider.
Yeah, so you just wait a day or so if you really, if you really need something, you only have to grind it. You're like, oh, I'm going to grind for this one, and then tomorrow I could potentially go buy all these. So you're not, it's not totally stressful.
Yeah.
It's only 25. You can get it if you get the bounties from that person and that location. You can get it pretty easy.
Yeah.
And if Spider has it, then 5.
Yeah, man. It's always nothing like.
And that's the other thing, dude. I had a guy go in the raid, and we're like, we've used our raid banners, man. You wanna maybe before you join up, go get some? And he's like, tries to change the subject. And we're like, all right, well, our other guy's going to get him, just cruising there and get him. And he's like, well, I don't have enough glimmer for him. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, don't you have legendary shards? He's like, no, I'm out of legendary shards too.
Well, legendary shards are they're a currency now.
I have thousands.
That's
so
fair.
many thousands. Always.
You play more than
I know, but the thing is yo, how are you trying to cruise up into the raid?
It's if you're infusing, if you're investing in things.
But how are you cruising to the raid broke, man? You ain't raid ready. If you ain't got a raid
banner,
you ain't raid ready.
When we got out of the raid, I threw some down, but I've just bought 15 more.
Yeah, you ain't raid ready. You should have 10. You should just have 10.
I bought 15,
and expect to use them.
So I'm ready. I am raid ready.
You can tell he was a D1 or not a D1 player because we didn't have banners. We just had power ammo. Mm-hmm. You would just be able to pop a power ammo.
You could
every
hold them?
2 minutes. Yeah, it would be you had all ammo packs. You had packs on you.
Okay.
And you could just pop one and be like, I need power ammo.
That's a way better way to do that.
It would cost the currency. You got them from the gunsmith. Mm-hmm. It literally made perfect sense. Everything was great about it.
Yeah.
Okay. It put a 2-minute and 30-second cooldown on it. So you can't necessarily pop them that easy during the middle of fights.
And
so
it's 1 box worth.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's 1 box worth. It fills you up.
Because sometimes I'm running extra.
So
yeah.
we knew how to get these and how you would get them. So we'd farm those ways to get them. And Zur used to sell them as a rare thing with strange coins.
That's funny.
And it'd get to the point where you had all the exotics. So your strange coins would just stack up. So you would just be like, okay, I'm going to go buy 1,000 power ammos. That's how you did it.
Yeah, you just stock infinite wherever you can.
But that was normal. That was normal practice. If you didn't have power ammo, people would just question, what are you doing in the game?
Are you playing this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's
how needed it
the
is.
guy just shows up. He's like, yeah, let's get it. You know, it's like,
And
you got
it's-
your super or anything? No. Like, yeah, you have to have that. You have
And
to
right
have
now,
this.
power ammo is like
You gotta
is
set
a
your perks
different kind of
for
thing.
it.
You have to
Yeah.
set your perks for it. Perks
So-
are like they play a big role right
Yeah.
now.
So if you're not rolling your perks properly and you're
Mm-hmm.
not setting your thing, then that's what I love about this too. Is they're bringing it back into this like whole. You're getting this
You have to
manipulation. I can have
create
gear sets.
A gear set.
Yeah, and I can have different ones for different
Yeah.
situations.
That's what I'm on. I'm like, I have my main,
So-
and I'm working on my like alternatives to pull in the different things. I don't use special ammo too often, but now I'm starting to use different setups that use special ammo, and so like I have an extra set
Yeah.
where I can.
And you got to
drop
learn
that.
learn the ones that.
You get 2 of those upgrades, you're dropping
Yeah.
them all day.
Yeah, but you got to learn. Yeah, you learn the ones that stack, the ones
Mm-hmm.
that don't stack, how many they stack onto each other. You learn that, and then you start manipulating that. Like I
Yeah.
have a set of or a piece that has all super mods on it, with with my blade barrage and shards of Glandor,
And you're just
and
like,
it just dude, I'm like I'll cast 3 supers right now,
yeah.
and literally if I hit 6 or 7 targets, it's done. And I mean, you can do that. You can.
Yeah.
But yeah, my
Luckily
other
for
shit.
me, like anything
I'm,
that's
but
running
I'm super
well,
glassy. I'm super
I have
squishy at
Mm-hmm.
that light level. But you know, I'm at 600 now, so there's nothing really I'm squishy at.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been able to
You're
run
gonna
that.
Crush, shattered, throw. I can't wait to.
I wouldn't be able to run that, you know, at a certain light level though.
Yeah.
So it creates this ability to have this, I don't know, OP build that you can customize and make fit. But like, yeah, it's going to be super situational. Like I'm not going to be rolling in PvP with that. People will shoot me out of the sky before
not
I get
gonna-
it. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to play my build forever, but I have a very specialized build.
Yeah.
And then when I change to the next thing, I'm going to keep the set. And I'm
Get
going to lock
yourself-
the set.
get-
And I can change back to that
Does
whenever it is.
Ishtar Collective let you save loadouts?
Well, I don't know.
We'll find out if it does. If not, get dim, which I mean, they might be the same exact
And you can
creators.
just pop loadout.
Yeah, you can literally save the loadout and then you just hit loadout whatever, and it will just switch all your gear.
I believe you
while
can
you're
max
sitting there.
light now with Ishtar, which wasn't originally on.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I know my Alexa little thing can. I can be like put
Oh yeah,
equip
it's
Crucible.
crazy that you can do that.
I can be like equip Crucible gear, and it'll put my Crucible gear on. Equip gear for Nightfall. Put
Yeah.
Nightfall gear. on.
Manny had it on his Alexa. He's like, "Fuck
It's
with that."
stupid.
It's so funny.
It's so stupid. And then you realize, then you look over in the corner and you realize that thing's activated for no reason.
And yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck are you listening to?
It heard you talk to your.
You're
ghost.
just like unplug.
You're like, oh, I just got a ghost in Eververse, and then Alexa's like, bling. You want to buy something
Yeah.
from Eververse?
No.
You want more
no.
silver?
we were talking about something. What were we talking about? Somebody said something about beef jerky. My dad was talking about beef jerky, and no bullshit. The next time I went on Amazon, it was trying to sell me beef jerky.
Oh hell yeah, dude, it's creepy.
And I was like, okay, that thing's got to go. And I literally unplugged it.
I don't shop
and
on
made
Amazon
sure-
often, so when I buy something like I bought a cat litter box, and just everywhere I am, I'm reading about video games, and then it's just this big plastered thing in front of me. Like, did
What
you
do you
want
mean-
this litter box? No,
Yeah.
you only need one litter box.
Sale. Like, Jesus.
Anyways, real life video games.
Yeah.
Then again,
Real life video games, man. IRL video games.
yeah, man.
Play them every day. But yeah, the Festival of the Lost. This is what we're really looking forward to. Shattered Throne, Wish Ender Quest will be available. This is
that
the
for
third
beating
week.
it. Mhm.
This is the third week reset. So the Taken curse is at its highest.
And it is haunting.
And cursifications, I guess. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now.
Crucified.
And that means it's been multiplied. The curse has been multiplied upon itself. And they call that
third threat.
something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Or we were going somewhere with it.
Level orange.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be serious. There's a ton of shit to find. There's
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word,
There's
but I
things
lost
that come
it.
up only. It's okay.
Yeah, no. There's
yeah,
so
we
much.
got a lot coming up
It's
with week
available
3 in
for
the cycle.
everybody. So we're going to see all the scrubs up in there too.
I loved it last time in the cycle. I mean, no one was really like at light for it yet, but a lot of people were. But for me, I was like just
Yeah.
below. Everything was like a really good hard challenge.
I'm mad about the Shattered Throne, honestly,
This next
because
week-
it doesn't tell you
yeah.
anything. Well, I'm not mad
You
because
gotta figure it out.
honestly, the bows are just whatever to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like super crazy on them. I want Trinity Ghoul. That's about it. And that's just because I found out about it, and like I've also heard the stuff on the Wish Ender that it's almost everybody complains about it.
Yeah.
However, you get the eggs. You get these secrets.
Yeah.
The extra secrets.
You need it
and
to
that's
beat
what
'em.
I'm kind of sour about, because I would have got a lot of them because I already did the raid and all this stuff, so I would have been able to get those ones. And I had already done all the stuff that you needed to do, except for it doesn't drop a quest line.
Which means now, like, we have to wait for some of these ascended challenges to cycle.
Yeah,
again.
so it's like,
We have
okay,
to
but
wait.
I mean,
There's
all right.
6 ascended cycle or challenges, so
Yeah, so I have them all, like a lot of them already just sitting there. So it's like, okay,
do we know
but
how many there are?
you know. Well, I have 4, and it's the 4 nights, kill 4 nights.
No. How
It's-
many of those crystals there are to break?
Oh, I don't know, 20 or 30
that-
or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. And each one apparently, I don't know if it's a set roll or if it's like the
Each last wish?
no, like it's the gift. It gives you something when you pop the egg.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know if it's like how you did the sleeper nodes, where it's like a random
Probably.
roll
You'll
from
just
that
get a
era.
drop.
Yeah, so we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is, though. But yeah, Festival of Lost, Shatter Throne, Wish Ender's available. The Malfeasance quest is still going.
There's not an Iron Banner next week, is there? I heard
There's
there was.
Iron Banner next week, like starting Tuesday.
Yeah,
Today,
like
tomorrow?
tomorrow.
No, that'd be
Okay.
too
I know,
soon.
that's why I was.
It should be. It should be a.
I saw like 3 places that Iron
It
Banner was
should
talking
be
about. I was like,
a.
what?
It could be. That'd be amazing.
But that's a lot.
But it should actually be a faction rally.
That's what it should be.
But I don't know if they're doing faction rallies anymore. It wasn't done very well.
Characters still there. They're just hanging out,
I know.
Ain't doing
It's so
nothing.
weird.
getting a vacation.
But that's what it should. It should always be
Works
available.
really slow.
The faction thing should always be available. You turn in your tokens. When you turn in your tokens, you get a chance at the faction, whatever it is.
Yeah. And they come out with something each cycle.
and-
That's it.
And yeah, and it's basically the role that Hawthorne takes should be given to each one of them. And then Hawthorne, you just go get your. I guess Hawthorne has to be there because it's for clan stuff, particularly. But it should be like that, but for your bigger clan, which is Dead Orbit or
Yeah.
New
Your faction.
Monarchy, or yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe
They need to get that figured out.
You know.
They need to figure it out. I think 100%.
What if,
They need to get this
no.
faction rally shit figured out.
I don't want them to combine the two.
No, I want them to just be like, here, equip like they used to.
You could just equip whichever you want at whatever time.
Ornament, or equip this cape or this.
Yeah, I
band,
have some of that stuff.
or
Or
whatever.
Ghost.
You
Some of them are
equip
ghosts
that.
in
You
this.
equip that, and then that starts giving you,
Drops.
the faction stuff
Yeah.
instead of Vanguard stuff or Crucible stuff.
You wear faction stuff, you get faction tokens.
Yeah,
Simple. Wouldn't that be amazing?
yeah.
Wow.
Or they can do the same thing where you just go and pick up another set of bounties that give it to you. The particular ones. You don't have to equip anything. You just go get the bounties like you go get any other bounties. Bada bing, bada boom. You got fucking faction rally tokens. Then you got faction gear. Then you look styling. Then you go out and rep for your faction.
Then you get them triumphs and you get the t-shirts. I'm pretty stoked on this.
There he is, man.
I had to play the
Can you
post
get a
office
close
game.
up on it?
Oh, I don't know.
So these guys can see what this is. This is what you get for, what was it? Something Triumph in the Solstice of Heroes. This is a Solstice of Heroes shirt.
They released triumphs with Solstice of Heroes.
Correcto.
And if you got out of the 400 you could get, if you got 250, you got a code to get a shirt. Otherwise, it costs $777,000.
Something.
Seven, 777 and 77 cents.
Just a lot of sevens. And
It was
it's way
whatever
more
you
than-
could like max. It
Yeah.
was something stupid, but anyways, it
Way
was a
more
code
sevens
so
than
you
you
could
wanna
buy
spend.
the item. And yeah, and so I got it, got the shirt, paid me extra, got the name, free samples all day.
There it is.
But they're even coming out with more stuff. As long as you earn triumphs, I got an email that I could get like a replica of the Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
I got an email that I could get like this other shirt, and a lot of it is you have to unlock it.
Yeah. Luna's Hal's got one too. So,
All right.
Yeah, that's a little sweaty. Sweaty little Luna's Hal ornament in the corner for you, just to remind you of how terrible of a person you are.
Yeah.
How many hours you spent just playing the Crucible.
Yes, they want you to know.
Fuck. I'm getting into it. I'm getting one.
They want you to know that you made Shax proud.
Yeah, dude. Shax is
Finally.
Shax is
Dude, I really want to unlock
creating
that,
a lot of sweaty people.
The Gambit. I've been having a ton of fun in the Gambit mode.
Huh?
I really want to unlock the badge you get. What is that? The medal that you get. Under collections.
Oh,
There's
doing all the
triumphs,
Gambit?
and then there's the one. Yeah, doing everything. In
yeah,
Gambit.
yeah. You get the
Those
dredging. You get the dredging title.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the dredging title.
Yeah. So you need to
I
get.
just beat today. I finally beat the Hive, high value target. So I beat that triumph. Where you have to beat one of each.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit the reset. I am on heroic 3.
Nice.
We making progress.
Nice.
I'm gonna unlock that badge. They're good challenges. And like you said, there's like always something to work towards. Even if you're a high level player or like a high grind player, there is always shit to work.
Here's
towards.
one thing though. We'll close on this too with the
Hit it.
Gambit thought. If you're playing Gambit just to get powerful gear, okay, just sit by the emote thing and kill the taken thing that comes out of there. Just do that. Like
Motes are
whatever
on a timer,
you do,
dog.
whatever you do, don't go in there and kill things. Then don't collect motes, or don't go in there and just sit.
Yeah.
You know, like let's get some productivity out of every instance, no matter what. Especially when you have other people in there that who knows why they're in there. They could be taking it serious. They could have something else that they're trying to do that you're interrupting. But just be productive. Kill the things that need to be killed that don't interact with anything else in the game. You know what I mean? Just do something for your squad. And then you'll still get the powerful gear. It's like the least amount of work you got to do for powerful gear.
Yeah. And the worst dumb problem to deal with is when you're coming back with 15 motes and you just want to slam it and there's a fucking ogre.
Yeah, exactly. And your guy's just sitting there. And there's a guy sitting off in the corner waiting for the invader just to kill him for death of the primeval heal. Come
if
on.
you're playing that shitty, you're going to roll someone shitty. So when you got that sleeper simulant guy coming up, guess where the safest place to be is?
Yeah.
Near that motes bank.
Yeah. It's
near the spawn.
It's just, that's
And
just
they
it.
rush the spawn.
That's just it.
And
Get
then
out
you
there.
can get them before they bring out their
Help
super
your temporary fire team. Help your fellow guardian, man. It will help you. If you help them, help you. That's how you do it.
For the squad.
Okay? It's for the squad. It's for the community. No one likes some guy that comes in. You're getting reported, by the way. And you know what that means? That every single person that's going to report you for the same thing, you're eventually just not going to be able to play it. And then guess what? You don't get powerful gear. So what'd you do at the end of that?
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. You made me fucking pep talk you. Okay? And then fucking spell it out for you so you can understand what fucking repercussions are of doing shitty things. Okay?
Oh, man.
That's a little end note. That's a
Hitting the real
little thought on Gambit mode. And the people that are engaging.
And have fun.
No, most importantly, have fun. But allow everybody to have fun too.
Fun.
Yeah, that's what we're here about on the Plug Gaming. Having fun, talking video games, getting Gambit dubskis. Anyways, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have our full party with Rocky. So we could do it even bigger. We're not going to have any Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. We're gonna interview him about that though. Get down to the real nitty gritty of exactly why he did not get his deck, his Viper deck.
And then I'll introduce him to my deck, the Power Rangers.
Ooh, next week the Power Rangers deck. That sounds terrible,
dude. I know, but it's fucking great, and you'll get it.
Oh, the Plug Gaming. DFCRadio.com. We'll see you next week. Players!
Don't forget to play them video games.